There's a chance used cars are going to get more expensive. Hey, my name's Andrew, one of the Brothers of Bargains here from Ride Time, and in today's video we're going to talk about the UAW strike. So the UAW stands for United Auto Workers. They represent the labor for all three of the domestic manufacturers. So you have GM, you have Ford, and you have Chrysler. Their contract is set to expire on September 14th. Now, it's interesting because typically in history they usually roll. They don't all expire at the same time. So if we go back in history, the last time that there was a strike, it was actually with GM, and that was in 2019. All three contracts are expiring at the same time, and the UAW has taken a pretty aggressive stance in terms of their demands. So what are their demands? They're looking for a 46% increase in wage. They're asking to be paid for 40 hours, but only work a 32-hour work week. And they're asking for the return of some of their pensions. So it's a big ask. I'm not here to talk about who's right, who's wrong. It's a very, very complex issue. What I am here to tell you is what that's going to do in the near term and the long term in the market. So the near term, we have already seen wholesale prices increase. What is wholesale price? That's the price that dealers are paying at auction. We have seen a steady rise in the wholesale price of vehicles. We've also seen a rise in the retail price of vehicles. So even if we go back a month ago, the average used car price in Canada was about $37,000. Today, we're sitting at $38,100. Interestingly enough, that is actually the high post-pandemic. So we peaked out previously at 38, we're now at 38.1. So the truth is, a used car has never been more expensive than it has been today. If the auto workers go on strike, that's going to stop production. Now you're going to run into supply issues, which we already have. New car production is nowhere near where it was in 2019, but it's going to spill over to the other manufacturers simply because if someone's looking for a brand new vehicle and they can't buy a brand new Ford because it's not available, they might go to a Nissan, or they might go to a Toyota, or they might go to a Honda. That again, if you have a supply like this and that shrinks and you still have this demand, it's going to cause a supply crunch. That's going to spill over into used cars because maybe someone wants a brand new Equinox. Well, if they can't buy a brand new one, they're going to switch to a used Equinox. That's again going to drive up the demand for those Equinoxes. The other long-term issue that we're going to deal with is pricing. So the average new car price in Canada for the first quarter of this year, according to the Financial Post, was $61,000. It's mind-boggling to think about, but that was the average new car price in Canada. If the auto workers get a 20% raise, let's even say they get a 10% raise. Well, that new car is going to get probably 10% more expensive. It's always been a dance between the new and the used car market. Which one makes more sense to buy? As new cars make more sense to buy, you have less demand for used cars. Used car pricing falls. Now someone turns around and says, well, new is too expensive. I'm going to go buy used. And you have this little bit of a dance that goes, which one makes more sense financially? Well, if new cars get more expensive, it means used cars can also get more expensive before it passes that equilibrium point. So used cars long-term are also going to get more expensive because new cars are going to get more expensive. So if you're in the market to buy a car, I'm telling you, there are lots of things to consider. Interest rates are up, price of vehicles are up, supply, we're actually still in probably the tightest used car market that's existed. So if you're in the market, there are a lot of things to consider. Please talk to me, give me a call. We will be happy to walk you through the situation because it is a frustrating, challenging situation, and we'd love to answer any of your questions. Again, my name is Andrew, one of the Brothers of Bargains from Ride Time, and at Ride Time, we have your ticket to ride.